Intimate relationships can bring immense joy and fulfillment, but they can also be the source of much hurt and pain. When partners engage in toxic behaviors and communicate in harmful ways, it can be detrimental to the health and stability of the relationship, as well as the people participating in the toxicity. Let's cover the 8 toxic things that partners may say to each other and why these statements can be damaging. First on the list is criticism. Partners who consistently criticize each other can cause deep wounds and create a negative dynamic in the relationship. Criticism may take the form of nitpicking the way that the bed is done or belittling the other's opinions. Saying things like, "You're always getting things wrong," or "It's your fault, we can never go away together because you spend all our money on useless things," is the kind of negativity that can erode the self-esteem of the recipient and create a toxic environment in the relationship. Second is blaming. When partners place blame on each other, it creates a sense of guilt and responsibility that can be toxic to the relationship. At the end of the day, our brain is wired for war first and love second. Its primary focus is that we survive in any instance, and it is very good at this. So, blaming can create a sense of defensiveness and take the focus away from the problem, rather than working together to find a solution. When blaming, a partner might say, "It's all your fault," or "You're always ruining everything." Blaming takes the focus away from the problem and creates an environment of finger-pointing rather than teamwork and collaboration. The third is invalidation. When partners dismiss the feelings or experiences of each other, it can be incredibly hurtful and damaging to the relationship. For example, a partner might say, "You're just being oversensitive," or "That's not a big deal." This kind of behavior sends the message that the recipient's feelings do not matter, which results in the disintegration of any healthy bonds of connection and dissolution of trust in others. Fourth is using ultimatums. Threatening to end the relationship unless the recipient does something is toxic behavior that can be harmful to the relationship. The most common ultimatums are, "If you don't change, I'm leaving," or "Do what I say or we're done." Ultimatums create a sense of fear and insecurity in the recipient because the person delivering it is showing that they are willing to leave. There are cases where ultimatums are delivered for last chances in the case of an abusive relationship, infidelity, or substance abuse of the other partner, and in these cases, they are appropriate. It is when the ultimatums are used in an effort to manipulate the other partner that it is completely wrong to do. This leads to our 5th toxic thing to do, which is manipulate. When partners use emotional or psychological manipulation to control each other, they are degrading the other person to repair insecurities within themselves. A manipulative partner might say things like, "If you love me, you would do this," or "I'll do this unless you do what I want." This kind of behavior creates an imbalanced power dynamic and is extremely unhealthy for the victim of the manipulator. Sixth is stonewalling. When partners shut down emotionally or refuse to communicate, they'll say things like, "I don't want to talk about it," or "I'm done with this conversation." Stonewalling creates an environment of emotional distance, which can lead to the person feeling hopeless of ever being heard or validated. Seventh is name-calling. Using derogatory or insulting language towards each other can be toxic to the relationship. For example, a partner might say, "You're a liar," or "You're stupid." Name-calling creates an environment of negativity and disrespect, which can lead to a break in trust. And once that trust is broken, it will be difficult to repair. Your partner may already be feeling vulnerable, and the name you call them may cause them to feel bad about themselves, to lose self-confidence, to feel unloved. Lastly, gaslighting. When partners manipulate reality or deny the experiences of the other, it can be toxic to the relationship. A gaslighter says things like, "That never happened," or "You're just imagining things." Gaslighting creates an environment of confusion and distrust, which is extremely toxic to the relationship. Despite these toxic behaviors, it is important to remember that intimate relationships have the potential to bring immense joy and fulfillment into our lives. The key to a healthy relationship is open and honest communication, mutual respect, and a willingness to work through challenges together. When both partners are committed to growth and understanding, relationships can become a source of comfort and support, leading to a more fulfilling life. Remember, a relationship is a journey and it requires work and effort, from both partners. By working together to build a healthy relationship, partners can experience the many joys and rewards of being in a loving and supportive relationship.